Welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today, we are going to explore the remarkable history of the Philippine to Piso coin from 1985. At first glance, it may seem like just another old coin, but once you discover its background, symbolism, and significance, you will see why. It is one of the most interesting pieces in Philippine numismatic history. The to Piso coin of 1985 was born during a time of transition and turbulence in the Philippines. This was near the end of the Ferdinand Marcos era, a time filled with political challenges, economic struggles, and the stirrings of change that would soon lead to the 1986 People Power Revolution. Against this backdrop, the coin carries more meaning than its denomination alone. On the obverse side of the coin, you will find the portrait of Andres Bonifacio, the father of the Philippine Revolution. Bonifacio symbolizes bravery, sacrifice, and the relentless fight for freedom. His placement on the 2 Piso coin was not just an artistic decision but a powerful political and cultural statement. The reverse side of the coin displays the iconic seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines. This emblem reflected stability, monetary authority, and the effort to keep the Philippine currency strong in uncertain times. Even as inflation and economic pressures mounted, this seal stood as a reminder of national identity and control. The coin was minted in nickel brass, a durable and attractive alloy that gave it a distinctive golden shine when newly struck. Over time, coins may tarnish, but the original brilliance of the 19852 Piso remains a sight to behold when preserved properly. Collectors often describe the 19852 Piso as a historical bridge between the old Marcos era coinage and the revolutionary changes that followed soon after. Because it was one of the last coins minted before the People Power movement, it holds symbolic value beyond its metal. Production of the 2 Piso coins during this period was not extremely high, compared to smaller denominations, which already makes it scarcer in circulation today. The fact that many were heavily used in everyday transactions further reduced the number of coins that remain in good condition. 1985, the 2 Piso coin had also established itself as a practical denomination in daily life. It was used for jeepney fares, small grocery items, snacks, and school supplies. Many Filipinos who lived through the 1980s remember handing over a shiny to Piso coin to buy candy or rice, making it a nostalgic piece of their childhood. Numismatists consider the 19852 Piso to be part of the Flora and Heroes series, which showcased national heroes and symbols of Philippine strength. The series not only provided monetary function, but also educated Filipinos about their national heritage every time they looked at a coin. The coin's diameter was 28 millimeters larger than many other coins of the time, making it a noticeable piece in the hand and pocket. Its size and weight gave. Today, we are going to dive deep into the incredible history of the Philippine 1 Piso coin from 1974. This coin is more than just a piece of metal used for transactions. It is a storyteller of a country's resilience, culture, and transformation. By the end of this journey, you'll see why this coin remains fascinating for collectors and historians alike. The 1 Piso coin of 1974 belongs to the Ang Bagong Lipunan series, a significant chapter in Philippine numismatic history. This series was issued during the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos and was part of his campaign to symbolize a new society, or Bagong Lipunan, which he envisioned as a reformed Philippine nation. The obverse of the coin proudly features the portrait of Jose Rizal, the country's national hero. Rizal's enduring legacy as a reformist, writer, and martyr made him the perfect figure to grace the coin. His image here reflects patriotism, intellect, and the undying fight for independence. On the reverse, the coin bears the official seal of the Republic of the Philippines along with the inscription Ang Bagong Lipunan. This was not just a decorative phrase but a political statement, reinforcing the ideals of a restructured society under Marcos' rule. The 1 Piso coin was struck in copper nickel, which gave it durability and a bright silvery appearance. At a time when the Philippines was modernizing its coinage, this metal choice balanced both cost, efficiency, and resilience in circulation. The year 1974 was a turbulent but defining era in Philippine history. The country was under martial law, declared in 1972. Coins such as this one symbolized both continuity and change. They were part of everyday life but also carried political undertones. The large size of the coin, compared to smaller denominations, made it a prominent piece in the pockets of Filipinos. Holding a 1 piso coin was more than just holding money, it was holding a symbol of national identity and state ideology. Jose Acute Rizal's portrait was not a random choice. He had long been a unifying figure across political lines. His inclusion on the coin emphasized education, national consciousness, and sacrifice values the government wanted to highlight. From an economic perspective, the 197 for 1 piso coin reflects the challenges of inflation. By the 1970s, the Philippine economy was facing strains, and yet, the piso remained the standard bearer of daily transactions. The Bagong Lipunan inscription itself has sparked debates among historians and collectors. Some see it as propaganda, while others view it as an important reminder of a unique period in the nation's story. The design of the coin is bold yet simple. Its clear inscriptions, large denomination, and symbolic imagery made it instantly recognizable, something crucial in a society with a wide socioeconomic spectrum. Welcome back my channel, The Coins World. The 1932 Liberty Wheat Penny with SEO-rich storytelling, auction insights, and a hook that keeps viewers engaged until the end. It avoids headings, lists, or visual cues, and flows naturally for narration. Today we are diving into the fascinating and mysterious journey of the 1932 Liberty Wheat Penny. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary old cent, but hidden beneath its worn copper surface lies a history that is nothing short of extraordinary. This coin has been known to surprise collectors and investors alike, and if you happen to own one, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around until the end of the video because I will share how much it is worth today according to eBay listings, other online platforms, and even rare coin auctions, along with how you can sell them for the best return. But remember, I want you to comment the price in the comment box, and I will tell you not only its value but also the step-by-step process to sell it. The story of the 1932 Liberty Wheat Penny begins during a pivotal time in American history. The country was in the middle of the Great Depression, an economic crisis that had swept through every town and city in the United States. Families struggled to make ends meet, jobs were scarce, and even the smallest coin in your pocket held real power. A single penny could mean a loaf of bread or a ride on the streetcar. So when the 1932 wheat penny was struck, it carried with it not only copper and design but also the weight of survival and hope. The design of the coin itself speaks to America's ideals. On the obverse, we find the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of strength and leadership during times of national hardship. This design had been first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and by 1932 it had already become a familiar emblem of resilience. Around Lincoln's portrait are the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1932. Each of these inscriptions carried meaning during an era when trust, liberty, and faith were tested daily by the realities of the Depression. On the reverse of the coin lies the iconic wheat years framing the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. These simple wheat stalks became the symbol of productivity, agriculture, and the backbone of America. It was a design that resonated with a country still deeply tied to the land and its harvests. The wheat cent was a coin that visually connected the labor of farmers with the pockets of workers in the city, a link between field and factory, survival and sacrifice. What makes the 1932 wheat penny even more interesting is its rarity. During this year, coin production at the mints was drastically reduced due to the economic collapse. Demand for new coins was low because money wasn't moving as fast. People were saving every cent they had, and the government chose to strike fewer coins.
If you have ever thought that the coin's sitting quietly in your drawer or jar of old change, and nothing more than forgotten pieces of copper, then this story might completely change your perspective. Imagine owning a simple-looking wheat penny from 1940 that could actually be worth much more than just 1 cent. Yes, the Liberty Wheat Penny from 1940 might just turn the tables for you. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you will discover not only its fascinating history but also how you can uncover its hidden value and where to sell it for the best price. The year 1940 was a defining period in American history. The world was on the brink of global war, and the United States was preparing for the changes that would soon shake every corner of society. During this time, the US Mint continued to produce coins that reflected both tradition and resilience. The Liberty wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was one of the most common coins of the era, yet today, it carries a special weight in the eyes of collectors and historians. The wheat penny had already been in circulation since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1940, Americans were deeply familiar with its design. On the obverse side, the strong profile of Lincoln represented leadership and perseverance, values desperately needed as storm clouds of conflict gathered overseas. On the reverse side, the two simple wheat stalks framed the denomination, symbolizing agriculture and prosperity, both of which were pillars of the American identity at the time. Minting for the 1940 penny occurred in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint left its own mark, or in the case of Philadelphia, no mint mark at all. These subtle differences in lettering and placement of the mint marks are what makes certain coins rare today. Collectors always keep their eyes on mint marks, because they can dramatically increase a coin's desirability and value. The Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of 1940 wheat pennies, making them the most common. However, the Denver and San Francisco mints produced fewer, and certain variations or errors among those batches have become incredibly sought after. For instance, pennies with double die errors, where the design appears slightly doubled due to misalignment during striking, can be worth far more than their face value.